Hello, family and friends. Before I rehearse tonight, I want to talk to you all a little bit. It's been an interesting time recently. Things happen in threes. So there was Whitney Houston, and there was Davy Jones, and then today we lost Ronnie Montrose. Um, I got to see Montrose. I got to see the band Montrose years ago. I do not remember who they were opening for, or if it was their. No, it wasn't their show. The Montrose band was opening for someone. Besides his guitar playing, I remember he had these silver pants on that were just killer. But Ronnie worked across the spectrum of music. Was a dynamite player, and I'm 56, be 57 in a few months, and I remember as a kid thinking, what will it be like? What will I have to move my hat lamp? Thinking of Mr. Fartboy and LJ, you guys. But I remember as a child, as a teenager, thinking first about the Beatles and then about other rock artists. Will they still be, what will it be like when they're old, when we're old? And here we are. And it's I had no idea what it would be like. I didn't know how rock music would mature because I came up when rock was still new, and the generations before mine were still listening to music like out of the last century. Really strange how things changed very quickly. Very strange. I mean, when I was a small kid, they were still showing TV newsreels from like is it the 20s and 30s? That far back? Yeah, I mean, literally, it's like, geez. So with Ronnie passing and his age and stuff, just something you think about. It's like, wow, the passing of time, and remembering being young and thinking this, feeling invincible and that you'll be here forever. And you look around and you see folks and they're old. It's humbling. Rest in peace, Ronnie, Davy, Whitney, and all the other musicians that we're not hearing about. I want to also put in a special mention for a jazz musician that we lost recently that I have a personal connection to. Saxophonist Red Holloway. I think some of you folks might know him because he played with John Mayall for a while. He was friends. He grew up with my dad along with Johnny Griffin, and Johnny and Red were like uncles to me and my siblings. I remember Red even better than Johnny Griffin. Um, Red just passed away. He was 80 something years old. So God bless his soul. And all the other musicians who, just think about it, folks. Think about all the musicians that we listen to, especially some of the classic stuff. Even now, back in the 80s, But going back to the 50s, 60s, and 70s, all those folks are old. And some of these people that we really love, we don't even know they passed. They passed into obscurity. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I wanted to do a review of this album. Van Secca Funk. I am not worthy. People were talking about, I think the sax player was Colin Stetson. Is that the one? I still haven't found a copy of it. I'm not going to order it. I want to find it in the shop. But people were talking about the Colin Stetson. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Kind of experimental, avant-garde sax stuff. This is not sounding like Colin Stetson. I have that digitally, but not the record. But it's in the same vein that this is very idiosyncratic, very forward-thinking. There's some experimental aspects of this. But the number one aspect I want to share about this album is how beautiful it is. The first track on each side in particular, just gorgeous, looping, cascading. And then he gets into some other things with the horn where it's like, wow. Secretary of Funk. You need to be getting some new stripes uh, for sending this to me, man. I highly recommend this to everyone. Everyone. This is really something really special. Roland P. Young, Estet Serenade. You'll put it on right away. As soon as you put it on, I'll put it on in the background. My little cheap crap ass microphone on my Logitech isn't going to do it justice. But this is excellent. Van, you are the man a few times. Thank you, man. Oh, I got my stereo hooked up still from recording. I have to share my turntables hookup with my hookup for my mixer. So just a second. It'll just take me a second here. I've been trying to record more, and I want to try to move the way that I record and write forward. I'm still doing things the same way. I really don't know how to engineer. I'm just completely. Listen to this. Wow. There's nothing else to say. You can hear it. This album is fantastic. 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 I'll be singing the praises of the secretary for a little while, y'all. Thank you so much. So I gotta work on my bass parts for these. I'm gonna be very, very open. I am anyway about my thoughts about this. Working on these Christian projects. I'm gonna just be straight up, because I'm so glad that I'm free from organized religion. Hearing these words of these songs now, they sound psychotic. It sounds pathetic to me, why are people so afraid to think for themselves? It just seems so arcane and crazy. Get mad if you want to. Religion is crazy. People think and believe some of the weirdest fucking shit just because it's been going on. And see, I think that's what keeps a lot of people in it. It's like, well, this is the way it's always been. They must be right. I took the chance years ago because it didn't feel right. And so much of the messages that people live by don't resonate with me. And even as a child, and when I was trying to embrace them, I said, something ain't right about this picture. And I'm so glad when I gradually took the risk to stop believing that somebody else knows something more than I do that somehow should keep me under this blanket of fear. Well, what if they're right? What if? Fuck that. Man. I know I started talking about music, but you know how Derek is, I can imagine that what I just said may upset some people. Just too fucking bad, man. Look at this world and look at what these crazy fucking things that we believe in. And then we have the audacity to tell other people, this is in my head, so it should be in yours. And I'll kill you if it's not. And then we try to say that God told us to do it. That's insane. Just insane. Insane. Okay, I started talking about music, but I have to work on these tunes, okay? And I have to listen to the words over and over again. And it just sounds shot. I ain't apologizing to anybody because y'all didn't make up this religion, you just follow it. I am so glad I'm free of it. So glad I'm free of it. Breathe, Derek. You see, I need to unload this shit. And I do want others to hear it. I do want somebody to hear it. Some of you, I do want to upset you. I do. But I want to upset you because I love you. Not like I know anything. Remember, if any of you have been following me, you know I always premise everything I say by saying this. I don't know. But that's the deal. You don't know either. And your so-called authorities that you follow, they don't know either. All they know is what they believe. And I'm taking the risk to think that I'm gonna believe what's in my perception. I do not accept that, oh, but Derek, you might be wrong. Well, the other person that you're telling me to follow might be wrong too. So fuck it. I'm following mine. Love you all.